Hi guys, welcome back to Orphans. Okay, let's go. This is the only game I've been playing, and I want to kind of finish this before I go on to other games. So let's just finish this first. That's why I don't need to introduce everything. Then do I? I can read up the notes for you guys, for you to know what we did the last time. Mika did it. Mika has managed to escape the orphanage. The good ghost, Thomas, tried to show Mika and I the correct way through various signs. Mika is headed to the parking lot, where he'll wait for Nicholas to arrive. He can't be too far away. I just hope he's able to find Mika and get him out of there in time. Jason. It was all a ruse. Help was never on the way. The officer in charge from the village confessed to Jarek that he'd deceived us. Fear for his family led to his decision to cover up the actions of the village occupants, or rather the cult. He's changed his mind, however, and now wants to help us. He and Samuel have come up with a plan to find Ina. I just hope she's okay. I think the judge is a female, so I don't know why he's saying hey. Belial. We discovered that Father John was responsible for the archdemon Belial summoning. Sister Brown had consequently been tasked with exorcising the demon, but Jarek managed to dispel the seal that held him. Through this discovery, it was deduced that Belial requires an orphan to be his host. Jarek was a suitable victim, but now he's dead. We don't know if the demon has now been set free, but he may be out there somewhere. The judge, real name Carla, has changed her tune. She's come back to inform us that the Bearers of Light have by no means renounced their dark past. To this day, the cult continues to attempt to seize power with the help of this demon. Okay, now let's see what we've discovered. We've discovered this file.
During my research, I came across a small village not far from the orphanage and decided to talk to some of the locals to find out what they could tell me about the events of that time. At first, I was very surprised how extraordinarily cooperative and well-structured this community seemed. People know each other, help each other, and living together seemed extremely harmonious. As a stranger, I was warmly welcomed, and after a short time, I felt almost at home. People were open and helpful. There was no sign of skepticism or even hostility towards a stranger. Even when I inquired about the orphanage, the people were open and eager to provide information. They told me about the things I had already found out, about the events that were supposed to have happened there at that time. Some of them even expressed their displeasure that this building had not been torn down long ago. Thus, it would probably come to more accidents. Mainly young people from the area would access the building, and the rumors about the haunting would continue to attract people who would get lost and leave their garbage behind. I can't shake the feeling that they didn't want to tell me the whole truth. Especially since I had never encountered a single soul there during my research. When I sat down with some of the locals at the inn in the evening, I noticed that a few of them wore necklaces, rings, or even tattoos depicting the Leviathan cross. I told them what I had found out about this symbol and inquired if and what meaning it had here in this village. From that moment on, the mood seemed to tip. They suddenly evaded my questions. They seemed to be hiding something. Some left the inn under a pretext, and I had the impression that the hospitality would give way to increasing caginess. I decided to say goodbye and go to the hotel. When I awoke the next morning, I found a dead rat outside my door. It may have been a coincidence, but I can't shake the feeling that they were trying to tell me something. Snoopers, rats, are not welcome. I decided to interrupt my research for the time being and go home.
That's shady. Okay, Velvet. Mika's talking. We're in the cabin now. The door was locked. But Nicholas broke the window and unlocked it. Charlie! Hey authors, it's Charlie again. Well done, Velvet. Let's take this little rascal back to the healing, shall we, Daniel? Ta-da! I decide the relationship status. Oh dear, here we go again. Who added him to the group? Was that you, Velvet? No. Am I even allowed to do that? No, why would I do that? Because of course you want to see me in Orphans too. I was sort of the star of the healing. It goes without saying I need to show up in this game too. Otherwise my fans would be disappointed. I have to admit that I was a little bored too. Now that the healing is over. That means you're here because you're bored. You can't do that, Charlie. You have to come back right away. What do you say to that, Velvet? J.K. Knight sure misses you. Well, he'll be fine without me for a while. And that's that. That's still a few things I need to work out with my management though. How much is his salary? I need luxury accommodation. And of course I get the lead role in the story. Mika, Jarek, Sandy Lee, and so on will address me only as Sir Charlie. So will the four of you. Karsten, say something. Stop. Charlie, you can't do that. Orphans is completely planned. We should have known beforehand that you want to participate. Nonsense. You can't simply replace anyone with me. Sandy, for example. Don't worry, it's just ketchup. Or Tammy. No one will ever notice if I take over the role. Look, the scenes are identical. No, they're not. But I like Tammy. Yes, but you like me more, right? When do we get started? Oh God. Sorry, Charlie. That's impossible. That's right, you're coming back with us right now. Exactly, are you coming, please? The heck? Never. If the healing wasn't enough for you to recognize my talent, then I'll prove you the opposite. I was so bored that I started working on my own project. You're making your own game? Not a game. Games are for wannabe writers like you guys. Ouch. Yep, that hurt. What have you prepared? A movie! With me in the leading role as director and screenwriter. My magnus opus. Do you want to see the first teaser? Okay, go ahead.
Charlie's Revenge.
Whatever that was. The reviews are promising. LOL, that's funny. Cool, right? Even more exciting than Orphans. We never said that. Spielberg. I don't think it's that bad. At least one of you. Come on, don't be like that. It's more than marketing. And don't be jealous. I can't help it from a genius. Am I getting a role? Unfortunately, too late. All roles are taken. Keep your eyes open. We'll see each other again soon. With more info about the movie. I think that's enough now. Everyone back to their posts. Let's continue with Orphans. Go, boss. The healing. That was funny. This place has been abandoned for a minute. Photos, books, and old typewriter, but no power. There's a few candles and an old oil lamp though. Sandy, OMG, where are you? I'm so sorry about everything. I'm still in that house with Jarek. Sandy, you have to get out of there. What if this demon? What if it's still there? No, I don't think it's here anymore. Still, you shouldn't be there alone there. Mika's right. Try to reach the road, Sandy. And then follow the road towards the orphanage. Towards the orphanage. There's no way I'm going back there. Just until you see my car. I broke down on the way there. Mika and I are nearby in a cabin. You can't miss it if you follow the road. But what about Jarek? Bro, he's dead. I can't leave him. You have to get out of there no matter what. If my research is correct, it's a demon Belial. Mika and Nicholas could be in great danger. What do you mean? Well, I'll send you a chat history which will tell you everything we found out so far. But what if I get lost? You got this, Sandy. I believe in you. Right, I'll try. Mika, I'll try coming your way. Okay. We'll be waiting here for you. We won't leave without you. I'll say goodbye to Jarek one last time and then get going. Please don't leave without me. We won't. Promise. In the meantime, we'll have a look around in the cabin and read the chat history while we're sent. Do you guys want to make a different theme this time? Because we've chosen like other ones. We can choose a different one. We could choose this as well. But that's from a stream, right? It doesn't look that cool to me. But this, no. This looks cool, doesn't it? The tree one. Maybe I'll pick the tree one. This one is cool as well. Which one, guys? Tree or this? We can actually unlock all of these, though. This one we already chose before. That's the one we've selected now. I think I'm gonna take the one with the girl this time. The girl and a toy. Yeah, because I literally have Bix, right? Like, I've got flat rate. I'm back again. I picked out 2 extremely interesting files. I believe these cases will help you understand how much power the Brotherhood really has. Okay, the more we know, the better. When you mentioned the name of the demon Belial earlier, a particular case came to mind. This one should be particularly interesting for you, as it also took place in an abandoned orphanage. It was about the body of a young man. According to the police and the post-mortem reports, which I certified at the time, it was suicide. However, my files also contained the original documents. It's obvious that something was covered up. There's no way this kid took his own life. The coroner reported an unnatural dark coloration of the eyeballs and blood. In addition, the boy's forehead seemed branded with a symbol. However, it must have formed from inside the boy's flesh, not from the outside, because once the thorax was opened, similar markings were found on the various internal organs. On the organs? That's insane. Yes, it's extremely bizarre, isn't it? In addition, there were the natural deformities of the limbs. According to the coroner's notes, they were reminded of cases of alleged possession he's come across when working overseas. The report I certified makes no mention of the markings or the coroner's notations, speaking only of suicide by hanging. Goodness, 2 of my friends are at the orphanage with very similar symptoms. I'm afraid their lives are in danger in that case, but please don't take any risks. The Brotherhood has eyes and ears everywhere. The very fact that I'm talking to you could put me in great danger. You have to understand. The members will stop at nothing to keep their secret. They stop at nothing to achieve these goals, not even murder. Look at this. Opening of the body. Reports finding with preliminary expert opinion follows. Photos of accident scene placed. Case post-mortem examination report issued. Senior physician on. That is actually an insane car crash. In this case, I was asked to certify that the couple's death was a tragic accident caused by a drunk driver who also died. The truth is, there was never an accident. All 3 victims had defensive marks and hematomas on their necks and wrists. They died by means of suffocation. In addition, neither alcohol nor drugs could be found in the blood of the person who caused this accident. The accident was faked. The victims were murdered. However, the case was filed and any further investigation was discontinued. That would mean that they won't shy away from killing my dad either. I wish I could deny that, Miss Phones. I'm afraid it's possible. Wait a minute. Miko's parents died in an accident. Wait, oh no. article. The victims were Mika's parents? Oh no, and he's in the orphanage. Velvet. The accident I just told you about. That was the same case from the article. I hope I'm wrong, but this could all be a part of a plan. You mean the Brotherhood could have deliberately orphaned Mika? That's actually insane. No way I think it's possible. The one without light needs an orphan as a host, and in this house, Father John managed to find a suitable host. If I remember correctly, the host was one of the orphans and was later killed in an exorcism. Since then, the bearers of light have been trying in vain to find a new shell for the demon. I can't tell you why. But Belial doesn't accept just any host. The countless attempts to find a suitable one claimed many lives. The Brotherhood won't give up and has been investigating all possible solutions. Oh no, I have to warn him. That doesn't add up for me. How could they have known Mika would visit this orphanage? I'm afraid I can't tell you that either. But the fact that he's there and he's in grave danger. I blame myself for not being honest with you from the beginning. If the bearers of light succeed in the summoning of this lord from hell, then no one will be able to stop them. I have to warn him. Velvet, I'm so sorry. I let myself be intimidated. It's just like you said. These animals have blood on their hands. And if we don't stop them now, they will only kill my father. Many people may lose their lives. So we'll keep fighting. What do you think? Those bastards can't get away with this. Your friend's lives are at stake, and so is my father's. And from what we know so far, that's far from all. Yes, I agree, there's a lot more at stake. I think I'd be completely lost without you. I thought that was a good option there, I'm so sorry for my reaction earlier. I was so scared about my father after my father's call. I would have done anything to protect him. But giving up is not an option. We have to fight and do everything to stop them. What the fuck? No! Arrays.sys. Not again. What's up? Someone tried to access my phone again. Another hacking attempt. They're pretty persistent. Yes, it was the second attempt already. Maybe you should get a new number. They don't seem to have me on their radar yet. I think they believed our story. Samuel, where are you? We're back at the community hall. At the party. I've been pretending. I acted like I was a bit tipsy. Tipsy and in a great mood. As agreed, Jason told them he was able to convince me to stay a little longer. I just stepped outside. Told him I'd get some fresh air. I picked up another one of these drinks and made sure they saw that. Please be careful, Samuel, if you get caught. I'll be fine. I'll drop off my phone when I go back in. That's what they want me to do. Jason will slip it back to me later. And then when I'm out of order, hopefully they'll take me to Ina, and I'll be able to contact Jason or anyone else for help. That's a lot of ifs. It's the only way to find Ina without getting busted. To be honest, I'm not convinced of the plan either. I just hope she's fine. I'm really worried. Anyway, gotta go back inside. Fingers crossed they won't notice anything. We just read through some things from the chat history you sent. Damn it, Velvet. You should have told us about this. Fons was kidnapped. You've been working with his daughter all this time, and that cult wants to summon a demon. Everything went haywire. Mika just didn't have the opportunity yet. You should have told us. It is what it is. No more secrets from now on. Promise? Promise. Okay, let's bring some order into this chaos. If that demon was sealed in this place by Sister Brown, and if this cult has been trying to break that seal ever since, do you think it's possible that Jarek was purposely lured here? So were you. I mean, he was the one who brought us to his place, and he was an orphan. If this brotherhood really has that much influence, what if he was meant to break the seal? I have terrible news. Well, it can't get much worse, right? I don't understand. OMG, that's from my father. Where did you get this? What? What's that supposed to mean? Your parents were not a victim of a tragic accident. But I don't get it. That can't be. That would mean my parents were murdered. But what about the police reports? The newspaper articles? Staged to cover up the truth. To cover up the murder of my parents. But why would someone kill my parents? I don't know what to say at all. I wasn't prepared for something like that. I need a moment, Velvet. I have to talk to Nicholas. I feel like I've been slapped in the face. I know this comes as a surprise to you. What? But there are good reasons why I asked Mr. Gruber to join us. I have received some disturbing news. Mr. Gruber and I agree that it's time to explain a few facts. Gruber, what's the point of that? Well, you will find out the reason behind this in a minute. I think we should start by setting a few things straight. to build up trust in each other. Stop it already. I'm tired of your explanations. You and Gruber are trying to fool us. Please give me a few minutes and you will understand. How do we know you're not lying to us this time? I think if you let Mr. Gruber explain, some things will become clear. Sure, but please get to the point quickly, Mr. Gruber, before I lose patience. Remember that people's lives are at stake. Well, it all started with my research for the sinister power of cults. I followed different leads to prove that some of these communities are far more serious than people believe. The Bears of Light was one of them. In the process, some verdicts that Carla reached caught my eye. The Brotherhood apparently had massive influence in the highest ranks. Then one day when Carla resigned all her posts, I saw my opportunity. You want to find out more about the Brotherhood through Carla? Exactly. It was an opportunity to get exclusive inside information. I contacted Carla, hoping she would tell me everything I wanted to know. Mr. Gruber underestimated how strongly I was still connected to the Brotherhood. I reported Gruber's research to the superiors, which had unexpected consequences for me. What were these? Were there consequences? My publisher jumped ship and demanded all advance payments back. Several articles were published tarnishing my reputation. They wanted me to keep quiet. Further research would have financially ruined me. Mr. Gruber, I'm sorry for all of that. But my father was kidnapped. And I'm sure you know more than you'd like to admit. I understand your anger, Miss Fons. Please hear me out. Henry contacted me. While conducting research for his book about the orphanage, he stumbled upon Elizabeth Brown's records. I quickly realized that this cult was the Brotherhood and that your father was putting himself in danger. In danger? He might be dead already. What happened next, Mr. Gruber? I started receiving anonymous threats. No doubt they were coming from the Brotherhood. We've been receiving anonymous threats too. Then you understand what I went through. I was being followed, watched. Someone suggested that I give Henry false information. So you lied to my father just like you lied to us. I didn't have a choice. I was trying to protect your father. And it seemed to work. Gradually, Henry lost interest. But then Velvet contacted me. And I discovered that Henry had disappeared. That's when I got scared. So Henry Amber's father dug deeper after all. Obviously. It was clear to me the Brotherhood had to be behind his disappearance. I was terrified of shifting the Brotherhood's focus back to me. I was still hoping I could escape. But when you contacted me shortly after Miss Fons, it was obvious that you were following in your father's footsteps. And when you didn't take no for an answer, Carla was my last chance. I don't understand. Carla betrayed you, didn't she? Yes, but that's exactly why Randolph brought me in. I was still a loyal soldier of the Brotherhood. He knew I'd do everything I could to avert suspicion from the community. That was the plan, at least. But then she started to feel guilty. Began having doubts. Yes. The more I learned about you, Velvet, and the terrible things happening to your friends, the more guilty I felt. Took you long enough? I could no longer trust Carla to keep the Brotherhood secret. I started to question her ability to stay quiet. Now I understand why you claimed that Carla was schizophrenic. But what the hell made you want to help us? Miss Fons, I mentioned some disturbing news at the beginning. One of my contacts informed me that arrangements are being made at the village near the orphanage. The village where my friends are. Yes, my contact confirmed that. The day of enlightenment is just around the corner. What? The one without lie will take its place on the throne, Judgment Day, if you will. The seal was broken. An earthly vessel has been found. A sacrifice will be made in honor of the king. We hoped it would never get to this point. When Belial takes his reign, it's over. Then Jarek was used to break the seal. Apparently so. The celebrations for the arrival of the demon are being prepared. The demon now demands the sacrifice as proof of their submission. Your friends in the village are in danger. Velvet, you must warn Samuel and Ina immediately. That's why they spiked their drinks. Okay, so we're gonna call them. 23365.
Hello? Oh, hey, wait a minute. I can't hear you. Sorry, hold on. Nope, still can't hear you. You want to know why? Because I'm not here right now. So leave a message after the beep.
Oh shit, that's it for this video. That's it for this. Okay, guys, that's it for this one, I think, I guess. That's it. Okay, thank you guys for watching. That's it for this one.